This is Things My Friends Say. I'm Chris.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Tyler.
And today, we're talking about space, the moon, asteroids, Uranus, Jupiter, star travel, and so much more.
That was beautiful.
I don't know anything about all those things. We were talking about all those things.
If we were in the year 2050, we might know a little bit more. So, interesting enough that now we're talking about space. This morning, an article had popped up on my phone about a meteor that had exploded in Earth's atmosphere, and it had 10 times the energy of the Hiroshima atomic bomb. This was actually back in December 18th, 2018, and it was 16 miles above the Earth's surface. This is kind of crazy because if it was the same time that I had brought up earlier, around this time, my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law were coming over, and we were all having our bake-off in December that I lost to Jeremy's cinnamon roll calzone.
First place.
Yeah, whatever.
You mean the one that I said, Jeremy's participating, so he wins?
Yeah, shut up. And they had said that they saw something fly over and, like, blow up. And I remember being like, was it a meteor? They said, no. And I was like,
you're fucking stupid.
yeah, they said, you dumbass bitch. But that's what it was. 10 times. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, you compare a bomb from back then to now, it's probably a little bit weaker, but
A lot weaker.
10 times from a meteor 16 miles above home, that's pretty wild.
It killed like 180,000 people, like, instantly. Like, it vaporized them. Like, I don't like.
Could be stronger. But that's actually, I guess it's called a fireball. It's not unusual. It happens. That's what scientists say. They say, it happens, but that's what it is.
So, did it say there was any destruction to anyone or anything?
No, it was up in the sky. Like this, it literally flew into Earth's atmosphere and then just blew up in the atmosphere. 16 miles above Earth, just blew up.
And then it act like it don't know nobody.
Yeah, it came in, it wanted attention, so it blew up, and that was it. That was the whole deal.
Like Riff Raff.
Basically.
That was the reference, the joke I was trying to do. Thanks.
I'm trying to read a little bit more, see if there was any other.
You were supposed to do that before.
No, because I have the article. I have the article right in front of me, so I can. I have Chris take the wheel. Like I'm holding the wheel right now.
Who?
But I'm sorry.
But
I said it was normal. They said it was normal, but they said such a powerful meteor event only happens a few times every 100 years.
that doesn't mean anything in space-time, though.
That's true.
That's like a minute.
So far in 2019, there already have been 5 notable fireball events. So I feel like if we're gonna die, it's gonna be because we get pelted by like Hiroshima bomb power scaled meteors. I didn't think that a rock coming that fast could like be, I figured it would obviously do damage wherever it landed. But I guess that kind of makes sense. If the dinosaurs are gone, then obviously if a rock hit the Earth that hard, then it's possible science.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's making it through the atmosphere and it's not burning up and it hits the planet, it's gonna, whatever's near it's not gonna fucking live. Like, it could be like a pebble, and if it like makes it through, like, it's gonna
fuck up a lot of space.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crater that you'd be like, that's a rock.
Well, the Gulf of Mexico is where the one that killed the dinosaurs hit, and it's
allegedly,
yes.
God, like the dinosaurs are still here. They're chickens and alligators
And birds.
Yeah.
Birds of flight, sorry. Chickens are
And they're birds.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait, what?
That's what you're saying.
Oh, I forgot to look at who you were looking at when you said that.
Yeah.
So I was
Chris said
like,
chickens
who
are
are you?
birds.
I just heard birds of flight, and I was like, but chicken's a bird.
Yeah, but chickens
chickens fly.
can't fly.
They
Not for
can't,
long
like-
periods of time.
Oh.
Okay, have you ever played Zelda?
No.
Then
Dumbass.
Yeah. That's my first point. My second point is if you ever grab a chicken in Zelda and jump off a roof, you don't just fly forever. I mean, I'm sure that Link's weight has something to do with it, but you just slowly start to glide and then you start to lower and lower. So chickens can't fly forever.
Okay.
God, it's physics.
I'm sorry.
Chickens also don't come from space.
Which one came first, the chicken or the egg?
What came first, the chicken or the meteor?
The meteor? Yes. The answer is the egg. The egg came first.
Then the meteor.
No.
The egg
No,
hatched and the meteor came out of the egg and hit the ground really hard and the dinosaurs were gone.
The meteor smashed the earth like a peanut butter sandwich.
Not again.
Space is romanticized, and I do love it, but we're never gonna fucking get there.
It's because it's the great frontier.
It's the final frontier.
Yeah, until
it's not.
Until the final frontier, until it's not. Space.
You ever fucking think about that? Like, we got space. Okay, I make it sound like we got like
Look
got-
at my
so-
look
right.
at my pocket. I got space.
We got
Space is in there.
Here's space, and then what's that next to it? Space 2. Yeah.
Space
Space
squared.
Ooh,
Space
probably.
the sequel.
Do you ever like think about that? Like, we thought there was Earth. I mean, allegedly we don't know. There may be Earth, but we thought it was only Earth, and then there was some shit happening in the sky that but it was still on Earth. The sun was still on Earth, and then we said no. There's other stuff outside of Earth. Like, it's beyond Earth, and then we said we have a solar system, and then we said we have a galaxy, and then we said we have a fucking universe, and then there's like clusters of fucking, I don't know what the fuck these words are, I don't know the definition or the actual fucking growth of them, but like we have the universe, and then there's like just the whole of space. Like, what's beyond that?
Oh.
Where is the border to space? What is the border of space? Is space the final thing?
I hope we don't find out because then they'll start putting borders in space.
Yikes.
I don't think space really has any borders. I think it kind of just goes on forever and ever unless there is parallel universes to our own.
I'm pretty sure I had read somewhere, and this is probably not something I read somewhere, but that's how I start any kind of information I bring up, that the universe is continuously expanding. Continuously. Never-endingly.
Yeah.
Always growing and expanding.
I don't know. It's been so fucking long. But there's like, I don't know my space theories anymore, but it was like it's expanding and accelerating, or it's slowing down and it will retract eventually or some shit. I don't
that
know
sounds
about
bad.
yeah, I don't know about that.
What if it is slowing down, then when it retracts, it just creates a big bang again, and then we start all over?
No, I'm good with that.
No?
I don't know if that's how it works, but eventually there will be nothing at all, because everything that has ever been and ever will be is part of some chemical compound, or what are the periodic table of elements. Every element has a, what is it called, like the half-life, whatever, when it talks about that's not what it is, but it's like every element has a lifespan before it like breaks down into something else, and eventually everything has lost its energy to the point where it's just like, if it's, I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what's out there, just rocks that have no, I think they all just break down to like one final one. I could be totally fucking wrong. I'm probably gonna cut some of this shit out anyway.
Thanos said it best. The universe is finite.
He's a dumb bitch.
Did he say that? That's right? He said the universe, I don't know. Forget that. I thought that made sense.
Thanos is a fucking dumbass because he says, I have time stone, space stone, I don't know the fucking other ones. I didn't watch all the movies. I only watched the Captain America ones and then the fucking newest Thor movie and the Avengers movies.
They were so good.
Anyways, he has all the stones. He can make unlimited food. He could go back in time and revive his whole planet, but he's too much of a dumbass to fucking, like, actually do anything. Fuck you, Thanos. He's like, I have all this food, but I don't know what to do with it. And he's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do what corporate America does. I'm just gonna fucking throw it in the garbage. And then he's pissed off about it. It's like, we just waste. And I'm like, you're the one wasting.
All that energy.
Yeah, fuck you, Thanos, you fucking dumbass. I'm gonna say it.
Just say it.
I don't even remember the name. That newest Avengers movie, the one that's not out yet.
Endgame?
Captain Marvel?
No.
Oh, Endgame.
No.
I'm sorry.
The one that's not out yet.
Endgame.
The one that is out.
Captain Marvel.
The Avengers movie that is
first
out
one.
is not Captain Marvel.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yes, that one, boo.
Oh, no, boo you. I watched
fuck
it the
you.
other day, and I was sick at the beginning, and at the end, I was healed. I was healed and strong, and I thought, you know what? Watching Tony Stark beat the shit out of Thanos gives me life. I am alive right now.
It's boo because every time they fucking... This one, like, has been able to step away from what they fucking... I never watched Twilight, but I know that there was only 4 books for Twilight, and then they made 5 movies, right? Isn't that what they did?
I don't know. I did not read the books. I didn't watch the movies.
And then they fucking made 8 Harry Potter movies, even though there was only 7 books. Because money. And then they made fucking 3 Hobbit movies, even though the Hobbit book is, like...
1.
It's like 200 pages long.
Yeah,
it's like
but
half the size of
I feel like
every Lord of the Rings
The
book.
Hobbit is a special case because like all of
the movies
those
sucked.
are all like 2-hour long segment movies, and they were not going to be able to cram all of that content into.
Did you read The Hobbit?
I don't read books. I don't read. I don't know how to read. Why do you bring this up every time?
The Hobbit book is literally half the size of any of the Lord of the Rings books. So there's no excuse for them to like drag it out other than for money.
You are half the size of a Lord of the Rings
Suck
book.
my dick. Anyways, Endgame and Infinity War barely like step away from that. Oh, we made 2 movies just for money, because like they're a little separate, but also the fact that you walked into Infinity War knowing you were gonna fucking have to wait a year to see the fucking conclusion. And that pisses me off. That's why it sucks.
No, it's good.
Okay.
Because
I don't know about that.
you can't say. Well, we'll see when it comes out. The second part, but I'm saying
I don't think it'll be bad. My problem with Infinity War,
and I'm going to address it. I'm going to address it. No, you can't. You cannot stop me from addressing what I'm about to address. You can't give that much like build up and story and content, and then like imagine if they would have slapped that second half on there. Endgame. Imagine it was one movie and they had to cut it down a little bit to like fit into like a standard amount of time. It would have been garbage. Like there would have been parts where you're like, "Oh, I'm missing parts.
Movies.
I'm missing parts. I'm missing this. Like I don't understand this." Like they had to like fill you with knowledge so going into the next movie, you would understand it and you would know what's going on.
I'm just saying they've been filling me with knowledge for the past 15 years.
How many of those movies have you like gone to the movie theaters to see?
Dick.
How many have you gone to the movie theaters to actually see? And how much money have you spent? Because if you haven't spent more than like 2 movie tickets, you are a lying ass biatch.
So wait, if I have spent more than that, I'm a liar?
Sorry.
Or if I
was trying to come
spent
up
more than that, then
you
I'm a liar.
are a dumb asshole.
Okay, well then I guess I'm not a dumb asshole because I went and saw the first Avengers, the second Avengers,
good movie,
second Captain America,
good movie,
third Captain America. Fuck you.
That was better.
Captain America
was hella good.
I'm sorry, Captain America movies just don't. Don't. They really
Civil
just don't.
War
do
was
it
like
for me.
Avengers 2.5.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. I take it back because Civil War was a good movie, but the Captain America movies, like I played Halo. I know what it's like to be an augmented human. I'm not into watching.
Oh, that's a great segue because the Avengers, yeah, sure, it happens in space. Chris Hemsworth,
fucks.
Chris Hemsworth. I don't know.
Okay.
If you've seen Thor Ragnarok, Thor, he just fucks the whole movie.
Well, I mean,
just like a porn. Like
any shot,
every shot, his dick is out, and then you see the Hulk, and then the Hulk's dick is out, and then you see the Hulk's penis.
Yeah,
his dick and his penis aren't the same.
It's like the part where him and Rocket Raccoon and Groot are going to go to the star, and it's the back shot of Thor looking out, and like you just see him naked, and you can just see the shadow of his hammer hanging down.
Oh.
No, but that's my main point, though. Every shot that Thor is in, when he's, like, flexing and giving his, like, strength, man, what a guy. What a strong man. And he's funny.
Yeah. Anyways, good fucking... I totally fucked up, but we could have segued into fucking Halo about the fucking space. Halo is... Are we really gonna talk about this?
Let's give a real brief run-up. Halo is a video game. Halo is a dope video game about Captain America, but in space, augmented human who's very strong, combat effective. And there is a giant donut in space, but this giant donut in space can destroy the entire universe if this donut is active.
It's a ring. You could have just said a ring.
That's really all you need to know.
Well, the aliens come.
Oh,
but the reason
sorry. The aliens what?
Shut the fuck up. The aliens. The reason Halo's fucking sick is because it is like... It's one of those science fiction things where it's like... It's in the future far enough and... Well, it was like set in reality enough to where I could be like, yeah, that could happen. That's what I think is dope. Like science fiction where you're like... I can't say that's not going to happen. But there's some where you're like, yeah, it's fucking fake.
Okay, let me talk to you about a movie that I feel like could happen.
Is it in space?
It's sci-fi.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the movie Artificial Intelligence?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so in this movie, it's about a wife and a husband. They have a son, but their son is sick. So they have him in cryogenic sleeping, I believe, because he has an illness that can't be cured. The husband works for a robotics company that has created the perfect robotic child that's lifelike. They bring this child home, and it's like a filler for their kid.
What do you mean?
Because the kid is in a cryogenic sleeping in a hospital.
So they're just taking care of this robot while they're
not taking care of the robot. They just have the robot because the robot like provides them with the missing part that is their son.
It just fills in the hole.
Yeah, which is really it's stupid if you think about it because it's like why would you replace your kid with a robot? Anyways, not long after the movie starts or after the robot comes home, the little boy,
the real little boy.
No, the robot.
Yeah.
But I'm going to call him a real little boy because he looks like a little boy. I don't remember his name.
Why would you call him the real little boy? I'm going to get confused.
The robot boy.
Thanks.
Robot boy. I'll call him our boy.
Which is RB.
RB. So, RB comes home. He's loving his new family. He's got a little teddy bear that actually belonged to the real son.
No, that little motherfucker ain't touching
and that. The teddy bear is also a robot. It's a cuddle friend. And it talks, but it sounds like Danny DeVito.
Is it Danny DeVito?
I don't think it's Danny DeVito, but it kind of sounds like this. They come out, they figure out a cure for the son's disease. So they're like, sorry, fucking Arby, like you're gonna have to share this home.
They're just gonna keep him?
Yeah. Well, the real son doesn't like Arby.
Yeah, I don't fucking blame him. What the fuck? You came home and they were like, we got Chris 2 over here sharing a bed with him.
At his birthday, real boy's birthday, he pushes Arby into the pool, and the parents get very mad at Arby, and the mom, who actually loves Arby at this point.
Wait, they get mad at the fake?
They get mad at the fake,
for being pushed in the pool?
Yes, they think that there was an altercation between them and Arby caused it. Then, sorry.
Probably did. He's a robot.
Yes. Then they get him out of the pool, and he's like, what the hell? Anyways, real boy says, I know you want to be real, like bad. Here's how you do it. You take a pair of scissors, go in mom and dad's room, cut mom's hair. cut her hair off. You get that hair, you can be real. So he's like, fuck yeah. So he goes in there at night with scissors, and they wake up and they're like, oh my God, what is your problem? So the mom knew he wasn't trying to be malicious, but the dad is like going to destroy him, take him back and have him ruined. So the mom is like, I'll take him to the facility. Don't worry about it. Takes him there, drops him off in the forest, and is like, you need to run. Do not come back. So the rest of the movie is basically his trial, like trying to escape. And like over the movie, he like runs into like a group of people who collect older models of those robots, and they take them to like carnivals where people destroy them for fun.
I thought they did like a gladiator fight with the old models.
Not even a gladiator fight. They like tie them up, and they like drive around on motorcycles and sledgehammers, and they like break them apart, and they have him in a cage, and they're going to like dump acid on him, and someone recognizes him as they think he's a real boy because he's so futuristic. So they let him go. In the end, he's like chasing this fairy godmother type story where he wants to be real so bad, and it drives him all the way to like basically the end of the earth. He goes to Atlanta, I think. No, Fairy Island in New York. And it's flooded at this point. So like East Coast and West Coast are all flooded. And
just like real life.
Yeah, and he goes to his creator's office, and there's another copy of him there, the guy who made him.
There's a copy of the creator?
No, a copy of the robot boy, Arby's. Yeah, and he like has a breakdown, and he takes a bat and he destroys the
other one.
Yeah, the other one, and he gets in a spaceship, or he gets inside. Well, because they had to fly a helicopter to get up to this building that they were in. I'm trying to be quick and try not to. Anyways, so him and another robot who he had met partially through the movie, who was an adult robot. He was actually a sex robot.
Nice.
They're trying to fly away, and a ship comes, and it starts magnetizing the big robot up because he's wanted for murder. And the little boy's plane crashes into the water, and he's sinking, and he comes face to face with like a carnival area underwater, and there's the ferry that he's been chasing the whole movie, but it's like a ride, and he makes a wish, and he like keeps his eyes closed because they were told not to open their eyes, and the wish would come true. And like 1,000 years goes by, and everything is frozen. The earth is frozen over. Humans are all dead, and aliens come and find him, and they pull him out, and they're actually robots, but they're like advanced AI. And they give him one more wish, and he says, I just want to be with my mom for like an hour. And he has the hair that he cut off of her head from like the beginning of the movie, and they say, well, we can do that. And they like recreate like a version of her based off the DNA, and he goes into a sleep and shuts down at the end of the movie. But he like spends his last time with his mom, in quotes, like an artificial rendering copy of the mom that will eventually fade away, but he doesn't know that. He'll fall asleep before that's over.
It's a pretty sad movie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Devastating. The only reason I said it's realistic is because of the robots part, not the aliens part or any of that, but like...
Aliens? Are you telling me aliens?
No. I'm talking about robots that evolve over time and become like alien robots.
Oh yeah, that's
like organic aliens, that's real. Like I could believe that, but not like robot aliens that evolved. And they don't remember their robotic roots. They just remember that they're super intelligent and they're robots.
I mean, robots evolving wouldn't really be... It would just be them adding more shit to themselves over time. That's
why I don't talk shit to any robots.
Okay, what robots do you know?
You seen those dogs?
What dogs?
Okay, have you ever seen the videos of the people at like the advanced engineering companies?
Oh, at MIT.
Is that what it is? Yeah, whatever that is. And they make the robots, and they like do backflips, and they do like gymnastics and stuff. If I ever had the opportunity, I would not be mean to those robots. Like, what if they just decided to like fuck someone up one day?
They don't have the capacity to decide.
You say that now.
Because they don't now.
They might.
Well, fucking, when they do, I guess you better run. Fucking call Will Smith. He'll fucking help you.
Who?
Will Smith.
Oh.
He's got a robot arm.
Does he? What?
In the movie, iRobot.
What movie?
iRobot.
iRobot.
So,
Have you seen iRobot?
yeah, I don't remember. He has a robot arm, so he's fucking
Yeah, he's a cop and he's...
giving
No,
himself
he-
the stranger every night. Fucking, he
Yeah.
doesn't even feel it.
He has spray skin. She's like, your arm. He's like, no problem. And like it's skin.
perfect.
It's on. He's like, perfect. My arm is covered. You okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just taking it all in. The aliens, the robot, the artificial intelligence. Mostly the aliens. You think the aliens are fucking... Okay, my thing about aliens is like... They try to be like, oh, they came to Earth. And I'm like, but why the fuck were they secret about it? Like, I mean, I guess they could just be like, oh, hey, world leaders, because what the fuck? But, I mean, like, also, I don't think they would do that. I don't think they'd be like, hey, we're gonna talk to some specific people only. I just feel like if the aliens have been here, I feel like nobody who's around knows it. Because I feel like that's stupid. I feel like they just wouldn't let anybody know, or they wouldn't make it secret. Because I feel like aliens wouldn't have malicious intent if they could make it all the way here anyway.
And we haven't done anything to him.
Jeremy, we can't even fucking handle people who look a little bit different than us.
Maybe,
Well, no, I know. I'm just saying that they would have malicious intent. Like, we didn't do anything to aliens.
No, I was saying if they were able to fucking get here from wherever the fuck they did because of how long it would take and the technology that it would take, they would be a lot more civilized than us. So
they actually go over that in the movie Signs with Mel Gibson.
Science is Mel Gibson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, also there's fucking aliens that are stupid and they come to the fucking planet where everything will kill them.
They read a book. The kid has a book, and he says that there's only 2 reasons why aliens would come. And they say if they've traveled all this way, chances are, in the movie, of course, they say they're either friendly or they did not travel all this way to be friendly. And if they can get here that fast, they came here to do something fast and leave fast. And I say, pump and dump.
I say if they could get here because of how fucking long everything takes anyway, they have the capacity and technology to fucking maintain. So they wouldn't be like, hey, we need your resources. Because chances are they wouldn't have been able to get here if they didn't fucking have resources to begin with.
They would be very disappointed if they came here for resources, because there's probably not much left.
Nope.
Unless they want bombs.
What? What the fuck are you guys talking about?
What? Huh?
We got some fucking resources. I don't know what the fuck aliens
I'm not
use.
sharing.
Your mom is?
Maybe they will come for Jeff Bezos' money.
He doesn't have any. If he did, he would pay taxes.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jeremy? What do you think aliens want to come here for?
Want to come here for?
I think Jeff Bezos is a fucker. But what do you think?
What?
But what do you think aliens want to come here for?
Earth coochie?
No,
Why?
that's not why they came here.
Okay, like...
They could have come here for any reason. Any reason, Jeremy, and that's what you had to say. What do you mean?
It's a reason.
I mean, I guess I've never been anywhere else, but like...
Maybe they're here on safari, you know? That's why they just land and hide. And they're like, well, that one.
That's fucked up, but I can believe that. That's a good fucking take on
Hey,
that.
do you
No,
think
I
that
don't.
alien abductions are like when you're on a reserve and you hunt down like a certain animal and you take the prize?
Do I think that aliens are like, if they actually came here, that they are trophy hunting people and they're poaching us?
It's like Predator.
Yes.
And then they fucking tag us for like research?
Yeah.
Maybe they're not poaching us. Maybe they're just fucking tagging us and throwing us back.
Research.
On the news,
fuck?
it's like the human bipedal has traveled 5 miles in the last week. You know, like in Sharks when they say it's traveled so far during the Great Migration. I don't think that they would tag us.
We do the same fucking shit every day, all day for our fucking whole lives until we fucking die. You think they aren't trying to fucking solve that mystery? They're like, what the fuck?
Why are they doing this?
Why the fuck don't they do anything and then they just die? They're like, they aren't even fucking having fun about it. At least a shark wants to do whatever the fuck a shark does.
Sharks are actually a great mystery still. So,
You're a great mystery still.
yeah, I know. I got sick and Megan was like, you want to schedule a doctor's appointment? And I was like, no. She's like, so you just want to suffer? I was like, yes.
Obviously. What the fuck else is there?
Bring on the suffering.
What else is there in this life but suffering?
Money and iced mochas.
A mocha sucks.
Money and this podcast.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I think that's
Space fun.
observing, seeing what we do is a good
I think
motivator
yeah,
for
if
aliens.
you told me aliens were attacking us and then throwing us back and they were just hiding from everybody, I would believe that. That's
What if that's why they made the pyramids back in the day? They used those as zoos and the pyramids
What?
as
Jeremy, what the
cities?
fuck?
No.
People made the pyramids. Geometry is a thing that they
alien
fucking
help.
No, that's stupid. They had thousands and thousands of slaves. Like,
Yeah, so you're gonna just try to wipe away slavery from history, Jeremy?
you're just gonna fucking discredit all these fucking people's hard work.
Oh, aliens did it. Yeah, you know
I
what?
said they helped.
They didn't fucking do shit.
Yeah, they didn't do anything.
Math isn't that
But
hard.
what'd be cool is if the aliens came down, watched the slaves do everything when they built the pyramids, and then told
You
like the
just said
pharaohs, "Hey, we're gonna put a little something special in this pyramid," and they put like a little tracker in it, and it's a way for them to know where they've been. So they pull up like a big universal map, and it's like, bing, you have a thing on
With GPS?
G Mark III, which is Earth. Probably not a G or Mark III because
They don't speak
they don't
English.
have the same alphabet, but...
They don't even have an alphabet.
Oh, so now you know about aliens.
You don't, so what difference does it make?
I said probably. You
I
said they
said-
don't.
Yeah, it's affirmative. They don't.
They fucking hate letters. They hate letters. They hate numbers. They use mark to get their way around the universe.
No, they have to use numbers, though. Numbers are universal. Everything is numbers.
What if they speak in numbers? Could you imagine if
They
someone
speak
just
in
came up to you
binary?
one day and was like 3546215?
Oh, my phone number.
My favorite real that I've seen space thing is like the Milky Way. Because that's just
Oh, wow.
amazing. It's beautiful.
Oh, just taking in all the little things about life, huh? Just fucking the most fantastic thing I've ever seen.
Well,
is the
I
one
can't
that I can
fly
see.
into space, so I can't really I haven't seen much, but like from what I can see on our tiny little blue rock we're on here, the Milky Way is a beautiful thing.
Oh.
Okay, so like, do you think that, like, okay, there's like other dimensions and shit, but like, is heaven in space?
No,
Well, where is it?
in a book.
Oh, what the shit, dog?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be really pissed if I die talking all the shit that I've talked in the last 2 years, and
The fuck more than that.
yeah, God is like, well, would you look at the time for you to fucking perish,
Fucking you stupid.
and then
ass.
he snaps and I'm just gone.
See?
Like, that's it.
I love how you say he. I was thinking about this.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're
no,
right.
hold up. I was thinking about this. And like, okay, if God is all of like everybody, he fucking chooses everybody. Like, we're all on his image. Like, there's aliens. I don't know what the fuck that means. Maybe the aliens just all fucking look like us. But the idea that God is a he, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, I mean, I'm sure most of the things that apply to people don't really apply, but just hear me out. Why would God choose to be a man? You nut? Hang on. In like a minute. And then you have a fucking cooldown. And like you have to wait before you can again. But like, why would he choose to limit himself to that? I mean, if it is a he, but I mean, again, he probably doesn't have the limitations that your earthly manliness does, but also, why would you only let yourself bust a nut so many times if you were God?
Got a lot of stamina.
Do I need to remind you of how high men still do, but used to like think of themselves, like think about sultans with like tons of like women servants and all this stuff. God is old as fuck, okay? That's no secret. And he probably, if he had that choice, was like, I am a man. I am strong and powerful as a man should be. Like that's what I imagine.
I think God busted a nut whenever God wanted to bust a nut.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all that power, like he probably wants to work for it at this
Maybe
point.
we are God's busted nut. What?
Oh.
What?
I'm sorry. Are you saying that
The Big Bang.
we came into
The Big
existence because
Bang.
God busted a nut?
That's what the Big Bang was.
But it wasn't a bang. It was like the bang of a nut.
Yes.
One day they're gonna be like, we were able to find the recording. There was only one sound in space ever, and this was it. Here it is, the sound of the Big Bang. And it's gonna be like really quiet, and you're gonna be like, and like that's gonna be that's it, like that. And we're gonna be like, what the fuck was that?
I didn't think you were gonna make that noise. I thought you were gonna be like. Fuck, are we gonna put this one out?
Yes. If we made it through the last one.
Anyways, back to space sci-fi robots. Alright. Did the Jetsons take place in space, or was that on fucking Earth?
That was on Earth.
What the fuck was up with that?
They flew out to space. They went to a bar on the moon.
That's true.
Or not a bar, maybe it was a club. I don't
Where the
know.
fuck was the land?
Underneath?
Underneath, they lived in
what?
high buildings.
But they were floating.
It was like Cloud City in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But Cloud City's on like a gas planet or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
well,
no
maybe,
ground.
Maybe they're okay, but they don't.
Think.
Maybe Earth was
I
overpopulated.
don't know.
and they just
I never
made
watched that
flying
show.
homes.
Okay.
I need answers.
I don't have.
I tried.
No, don't look it up.
No, I'm
no,
looking
you
it
have to
up.
make up your own answers. If you don't make up your own answers, then
They're
this
on
podcast
planet.
is-
They're on planet Glublarp. I don't know. I won't tell you what the answer is once I find out. They just talk about how it's supposed to be like representation of the future. So I assume it's Earth, but I don't.
Future sucks.
What?
Future sucks. What the fuck if you fall off? He has a treadmill that's just floating.
Okay.
He's gonna die.
No,
It's
he's
like-
not. If he's floating everywhere, what makes you think that if he jumps off the side of his house, he's gonna fall? What if he just floats?
Well, he's not just floating because he wants to float. They have technology.
Okay, yeah, and if they have technology that'll keep him floating inside his house, what makes you think it's not outside their
No,
house?
he's not floating. His house is floating.
Okay.
When you get on a boat,
Your
you
house-
aren't floating because you just you're gonna.
So his
fucking-
house is floating. Okay.
Yes.
What's his house floating on?
is fucking with some technology. I don't know. He doesn't have that in his ass.
So you, but actually, when you are on a boat, if you jump out of the boat and
You
the boat's
sink
floating,
and the boat floats.
No, the boat, you don't sink.
If you know how to swim.
If you put your arms out and just relax, you float.
Okay. Well, not everybody who drowns is relaxing.
You can't
Everybody who's
just
ever
cherry
drowned-
pick a certain scenario
No,
to work
okay,
this
hang on,
conversation.
hang on. Chris says if you've drowned, fuck you.
That's not what I'm
Nobody's ever
saying.
drowned before.
That's not what I'm saying.
If you are in the water and you don't float, you're a liar.
No, what
Nobody's
I'm
ever
saying
drowned
is
before.
that if you jump out, you float. I mean the human body has air in it. Like when you breathe in, your lungs are like floaties. They're like floaties. Okay? So you float.
Okay, but if he's in the sky and he jumps off of his house that floats because it has some propulsion of its own, if you were in an airplane and you jumped out of an airplane,
You would fly. We know this.
fuck you.
You ever think about how Thanos never ate a single thing during that whole movie?
Nobody ever eats anything in it.
How does he maintain his strength if he hasn't had a whole... Like, how long did that movie take place and he didn't have it, he didn't eat? He didn't eat at all that we saw. Like, that's...
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but the answer is he has the time stone, so he could fucking just go back in time and do literally anything.
He didn't
it doesn't
have the
matter.
time stone till the end of the movie.
But it doesn't matter when the fuck he got it, because if he has the time stone, he could be anywhere all the time.
Okay, how about this? What's on the other side of a black hole?
Possibly nothing.
Howard the alien.
That's as bad an answer as Jeremy saying that human or aliens just want some human tang. Okay,
He said,
Coochie.
no, because, like, The whole fucking space-time bullshit. Space is like, haven't you seen like the diagrams, the pictures? It's like space is like a fabric, like the fabric of space, and it's like a black hole may just be something that is so like dense and heavy that it has weighed down in the fabric. That's why everything around it gets warped, like time-wise and shit. So it could just be like, if you held up a blanket and you put like a fucking bowling ball in it, like you would still be holding the edges of the blanket, but the bowling ball would sink. Like everything just gets sucked into that fucking, like it's like a sinkhole. So it could be there is no out.
But what would be in?
Everything.
It's
all the shit that it ate.
So
so it's like everything is sitting on the fabric that is space, but then when a black hole comes around, like because it weighs down so much that it can just like tug around the rest of the fucking fabric of space, like anytime it gets near anything, it just pulls everything down. It just like fucking falls off the side of the fucking
inside
shit.
is free real estate.
It is free.
No.
It kind of is, but I mean, it's not the best.
I mean,
it's not no ocean.
A
black hole is you at a buffet.
But wait.
That's it. I'm done.
I somehow were big enough, really big enough, eat a planet. Okay, but I don't bite it. I just swallow the planet. I just and it's if the planet is undigested and it's just sitting inside of me, I mean, it's still a planet.
No, that's not how black hole works.
The answer is gravity. It's gonna take everything and just crush it, and then there's nothing.
When it like
where does it shit?
It doesn't.
And what does it shit?
Nothing.
Possibly nothing.
Then
but when it gets
where
a black
does all
hole,
of that
it gets
stuff
like
go?
because when you hit a black hole, it's like imagine like a whirlpool. Also, it like hits it and then it fucking shreds it. Like it tears it apart. Like haven't you fucking seen the Neil deGrasse Tyson man? He said that there's a fucking word, spaghettification, and it's what would happen to you if you touched a black hole, by the time your whole body was out, you would be like broken down into like a molecular level because of how fucking fast it's going to fucking string you out. Like it, like your feet and your head would not even like, you wouldn't even be a person anymore. You would just be atoms.
Be stretchy.
But I would be.
But you already were.
I mean, I'd be dead, but I mean, I would be.
You would be nothing. You would just be some junk, some space junk.
Some space dust.
Yeah, you just be
which is better than being here. But
aren't you already space dust?
I'm like a space fart. My point being, though, is that if it eats a lot of shit, even if it breaks all that shit down to near nothing, it's still creating something. I have so many questions.
Well, I can give you some more questions, but since we were talking about black holes, have you guys heard of the Great Attractor?
The what?
The Great Attractor.
Yeah, we already talked about Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm done then. It's a gravitational pull in our galaxy, so in the Milky Way, and it's a supercluster.
What does that mean?
A supercluster is a big grouping of stars and planets.
Well, there you go.
And it's in the area that it's in. It's called the zone of avoidance because we can't really see anything that's in there. The only reason we know there's anything there is because it has an effect on the motion of other galaxies. And whenever it moves, it'll move the other galaxies that are around us with it. Because it has such a strong gravitational pull that it's pulling other galaxies towards us.
Is that a black hole, though? Or is that like a...
We don't know what it is.
That sounds kind of terrifying. That reminds me of like...
But and it's said that the galaxies that's pulling are hundreds of millions of light years apart, so they're just getting closer and closer. We're not getting not getting closer and closer. I guess, excuse me. It's just moving it around in the universe.
And what is it called?
The Great Attractor.
So we don't know what it is.
No.
So we gave it a big ass fancy title, but this kitchen sink of a force is basically pulling in galaxies that are light years apart from each other together slowly.
Sorta, yeah. It's like say I don't know, say something's spinning.
Yeah.
And then there's something else, and it'll manipulate how it moves because of where it is at the time. And
so it's not like it's not in one spot, but it's spinning and it's changing some things that are all around it.
Mm-hmm. And that's the only reason
as it comes close to them. Wow.
What? I'm just kidding. Don't explain it to me.
Okay, got it.
Do you think do you think astral projecting is like a dimension thing, or do you think it's like a spiritual thing?
Dimension. Because
dimension?
Yeah, because the thing, and it depends on how you believe. Because if it were a spiritual thing, I feel like you would see relatives and you'd see other people. If the spirit is a true thing, but the creatures and things that you see in the astral realm, I guess is what you would call it, are monsters. They're scary, a lot of them, and they're not like you're not. I mean, you guys know this, right?
What the fuck? No, I was asking some offhanded question that I just fucking... no, keep going.
I mean,
fucking...
That's what I'm like, what movie is it when they astral... Where
the fucking Insidious?
Insidious. It's basically astral projecting. It's like, even though that movie I feel like gives it more of a ghost demon type deal, but I feel like any time I've read about astral projection, they talk about how you'll leave your body and you'll see lots of different creatures of shapes and sizes, and you're not supposed to talk with them or look at them because there are some that are aggressive and some are friendly. But I feel like the fact alone that it's nothing you see for the most part is human or anything you're familiar with, to me, that speaks dimension. That speaks that you're in a place with other things that are not from the same place as you, but you're all in the same area at one time.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would, yeah.
Whereas a spiritual, I feel like you would see ghosts, you would see people, you would see animals, but you don't really, to my knowledge, of course, see that stuff when you're astral projecting. You see monsters that we've never seen. So unless that's supposed to be an embodiment of an evil spirit, and they just like, when you go into that realm, if you've died and your spirit is evil, you take on a form, like a monstrous form of whatever your beef was in life.
Who's to say you're not a monster now?
Right, but you're in skin.
What? Monsters have skin.
No, a skin. Us, like you're in a human vessel.
You talking about like a husk?
Yeah, like a human vessel.
Like this is our physical form,
right? But when you're in the astral plane, things change. Like it's all scary stuff, which I would never want. I don't know why people even practice and try and like astral project themselves. I feel like it's like touching a Ouija board. It's like they tell you shouldn't do this, but if you do, here's how you do it. Like my aunt got me a Ouija board for Christmas one year, and it stayed in my closet. And then I'm unfortunately I threw it away because those are evil. Like you don't touch that stuff. It's not okay to touch those. I would not astral project myself anywhere. Like I'm not gonna go somewhere and take the risk if there is any real risk of having some evil ass interdimensional monster try and race me back to my own body. Like that's not gonna happen.
I do not know where the fuck you have gotten any of this information, but...
Is it convincing?
Yeah, like I just fucking...
Dollars from Wikipedia?
No, I feel like in my searches for like scary stuff, I've just come across information on astral projecting, and I feel like all it takes is one good post to explain like why it's not a good idea.
What if astral projection is like, it's not even anything fucking spiritual, it's just like self-induced sleep paralysis, and it's just because that's what you wanted it to be, that's where you take yourself because you are in some control of like your conscious, like while you do it, so you just believe that it is, and it's just like this like group fucking thing that people have done. So because one person was like, I was in the fucking astral realm, bro, and then they're like, well, that's where the fuck I'm going, so that's what the fuck you think you're going, and then like you're just like, you're just sleep paralysis, and then that's it.
Okay, that's funny that you said sleep paralysis, because this Reddit thing, they said that they think they were just having sleep paralysis. What scares me, or what's kind of like ooh, is that, I don't know if you guys remember, I think in a previous episode I talked about having a dream about like the door opening up and aliens coming in and grabbing me. This person describes their sleep paralysis, or their, what were we talking, what's the term I'm looking for? Astral projection. They were in their living room after they had fallen asleep, and tried to astral project, something opened their door and rushed them to the couch, grabbed them, and took them away.
What the
Oh my
fuck?
God.
But
Like
it
their
took
body?
Yeah.
While they were gone?
No. It took their body was still on the couch. Like it took them.
Oh, they
it
took their
it snatched them as they left their body and like took off, and took them into a room and like was basically like screwing with them, and they like were able to get away, and like right before they got back to their body they heard like a laughter, and they woke up and they like fell asleep again, and the figure, now they like see the figure in their dreams sometimes.
What the fuck?
Like standing in their apartment and stuff like that.
No
That's
thanks.
why you don't do it. This is what I was talking about. Like honestly, that's like the warning is you don't make contact, because
That's why you don't fucking astral project,
it could be
because-
nice, but they're not nice looking things. They're scary, and if it makes contact with you and it's curious about you, it's gonna stay with you if it follows you back from that plane.
And even if it's not real, you've gave yourself dream PTSD.
You
Fucking
you very, very well created a monster in your own head if you have not done this, and you will continuously see that monster all the time if you convince yourself it's real enough.
I'm so fucking sorry to anybody who's ever listened to any of these episodes since like the second one and been like, maybe they won't talk about some fucking scary bullshit or like some like
I think this is like
just some like horror shit.
that
like,
one topic is just scary enough
just
on its
fucking-
own.
I feel like space is just fucking like, honestly, like, yeah, like the ocean, like it's pretty scary, it's here, it's real, it's whatever, but like it's just slimy. I don't like it because textures. But like space is like, you don't know what's out there. There could be some shit that can just live in the fucking vacuum. Probably, maybe not. I don't know. But like, we fucking watching that thing, and it was like fucking Dead Space. It was like there was fucking like the space zombies and shit. And
Spider
it was
Lady?
fucking, yeah, like what the fuck? Like, I don't know what the fuck's out in space. Like, okay, when they say that like there was alternate universes or whatever, like anything could be possible in an alternate universe or some shit. Space is like almost infinite. So fucking, I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. I know what the fuck's going on over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe physics apply to everything everywhere, but like also what if it doesn't?
Concept. Let me just put a little, load you up on some information at the beginning, and then you can take the rest from there. You guys ever remember the movie, I think it was called Earth? Other Earth?
No.
No. Talking about the one with Tom Cruise?
No. This
Oh,
is
that
this was
was
like an
yeah.
indie movie, I think. And it was
I'm
like
not a hipster, bro.
literally God damn it. Literally another Earth pops up in the sky.
Earth 2?
Yeah, Earth the sequel, and the government is contacting this other Earth, and they're like, "Whoa, really cool! If you're a winner to this show, you'll get some tickets to Other Earth, and we'll fly you up there, and you can go and meet yourself on the Other Earth." And the lead actress wins tickets, and she doesn't know if she wants to go or not. On regular Earth, plain old boring Earth, she got drunk and hit a couple kids and they died, so she feels really guilty.
Wait. Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and I think in the end she actually ends up going to Other Earth, but they don't tell you what happens. But it was like, you can meet yourself. What would you do if another Earth popped up and you, like you were on it? Would
Wait,
you
is
go
it
and
like-
meet yourself? Not doppelganger, not. It's like there's just another Earth.
So it's like another me, but we're separate from each other. It's
Yeah,
not like,
yeah.
okay.
There's
an Earth
there's
popped
another
up.
you. Imagine like another you, but it's not a doppelganger, not a parallel universe. It's just, which this sounds
It's like a
stupid,
twin?
but it's like literally, yeah, twin planet. And there's another you. They might even be like hella different from you, but they're there. Would you go and meet yourself?
I wouldn't want to.
But it wouldn't be like one of those situations where every move I make is mirrored on that
No,
planet.
no.
Okay.
It just seems eerie to me. Like,
I mean, you
I
wouldn't
don't-
recognize. They say that if you saw yourself, like, in real life, like, if you saw you out on the street, you wouldn't know it was you. So, like, I mean, it probably wouldn't be that weird. Like, because, I mean, you recognize, like, okay, when you're a twin, you recognize that you're you and that your twin is your twin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not like, holy fuck.
That you is you and them is them.
Yeah, so, like, I mean, I don't think it'd be, like, It'd probably be weird for other people, but because you don't recognize yourself as you, or if somebody else had your body, you wouldn't recognize that as you.
What?
I think you'd be fine.
What if that the other you just came to original Earth, or your Earth, I guess can't be original Earth, and took over your life?
Well, they wouldn't because they have their own life.
Well, what if they're, I don't know.
Well, fucking good luck, fucking. Woo!
Go ahead, step in.
Yeah, fucking. You want some of this? I guess.
I would like to believe that
it.
if there was another Earth, I would hope that the other me would not be into like weight training, because I wouldn't have to worry about it if that. I mean, like unless they were like a jujitsu fighter or like they knew how to
kick my own ass.
how to like do some knife work. Like I would love to meet myself, but I wouldn't want to meet.
You just have a gun.
I wouldn't.
What? You're fucking worried about your fucking own self kicking your own ass? You just fucking shoot you.
No.
What? That's cheating.
That's cheating. That's a hack. We don't use hacks.
I have too much pride to shoot other me.
Yeah. No. I would fight me to the death. An honorable duel with swords.
Bitch.
I'd be afraid.
Kick your own ass. Would you suck your own dick?
No.
No?
But if myself offered for me,
Would you get your own dick sucked?
maybe?
Jesus Christ. God's out there busting infinite nuts. You're getting your own dick sucked. Chris Hemsworth fucks the whole movie. Like,
Life as well.